So this is to all reckless, absent, arrogant parents. Actually most parents have decided to leave their children for teachers, for religious beliefs and practices, and for the government to take care of. So they are under the maid. Sorry. So they are busy day in, day out, struggling, looking for money for their children who they are not taking care of. Their children are heartbroken. Their children are suffering depression and deprivation. Their children are suffering addictions. Parents are busy looking for money to cater for the basic need for the children who they do not mind about. Teachers don't care about the students. Actually, most nowadays, walimu wengine hata wanabaka watoto wenu. Walimu wengine wameoa watoto wenu. You don't know because you are busy na unakaa mkali. So your kid hawezi kuwa able kukuambia what she goes through or what he goes through. Because you are arrogant, tough. Kiambiwa utapigwa na mamangu. Now, what kind of generation you want? Who is supposed to bless your children? Watoto wengine in schools, they're suffering depression. They're suffering mental problems. They're suffering H. pylori. They're suffering acids in their lives. And they don't know what is going on. They've been going to hospitals and they're not able to find what exactly the problem is. And some of your children are suffering curses passed on to them from the lineage of that family. You are not doing anything. You don't care. Say wameharibika technology. Masimu na wendo umembaya simu. You think church educates your children to be decent? The church is instilling fear to your children. Seriously. Instilling fear to your children. And they don't care. What about education? Hope. If you pass, things are going to be easier. If you do these things are going to be easier. If you follow this and do this, you will pass exams. That is what they're told. But who teaches them how to build a character? Who teaches them how to become a leader? Who teaches them how to become a real man and a real woman in this universe? Who teaches them how to participate in economic in a community development? How do they become? How do you include them in the society? You don't. You are absent. You don't care. And you don't want to listen to messages that hurt you. Sindio? But trust me, you parents, nobody, not even God, you continue praying. Remember, there's a story of the script writers. The script writer says, when you write a story, you're gonna leave that story. If your life is in a mess, you change the story. Nobody. You are the one to write the story of your life. You are the one to write the story of your family. So if you do not show your children, remember you are the main character in that family. And those your juniors, your children are the minor characters. So if you do not show them the way of life, who is showing them? The world is showing them. And do you know what I mean when I say the world is showing them? In the world, everybody has their own interest. In Kenya, we don't eat punda, donkey. But in China, it is common. In Kenya, it is prohibited to eat the meat of a dog. But in China, it's common. You can't eat a snail and a slug and an octopus in Kenya. But in other countries, they do. And we see it on the media. and your children are seeing it on the media. When they see the salamander, they can even eat it because you have not told them the way of life. Ladies and gentlemen, parents, please, no one is going to make our society look better. Nobody is going to beautify our family is going to look like. Please, you are the role model to your children. You are the role model to your family. Please become that role model. Become that good role model that your children look up to. If you do not become a good role model to your children, somebody else is going to be the author of the story of your children. And your children are going to live the story that is not part of your family. And you are not going to like it. So, how do you want your family to look like? You become. The religious beliefs, put them on hold. And be serious about amending the mess in your life and in your family. If you do not do that, you have no advantage. And you have ruined the future of your generation. What are you doing today to change the situation? Take that step and change whatever that you want to change for the better of your generation, of your life. Because when you get old, your children are not able to help you, you're going to wallow, crush your teeth in the lonely room. Nobody is going to help you because you never empowered your children. You never told them the way of life, and you're waiting for the government to do it. Sorry, they are not going to do it. Please, let us be part and parcel for good stories that we want to see from our families. Thank you so much. My name is Mr. B, and I love you.